Okay, this is the 8th grade continuous of scientific notation. Let's say you were asked to arrange in order form least to greatest. So you have to do order of from least to greatest, smallest to the biggest. Yeah, least to greatest. And you were given 6.7 percentage. That's the percentage. And then 0.67 decimal number, and then 6 over 9 fraction, and then scientific notation itself. So you have to do least to greatest for a scientific notation. So you have to walk through changing everything to scientific notation. Once you change this percentage to scientific notation and this decimal to scientific notation and fraction to scientific notation and this notation itself, then you can look and see the which one is the least, which one is the greatest, right? So let's start it. Okay, first one is 6.7 percentage. So percentage is the 100. If you divide 100, you have 2 0 here, 2 units 0. Anytime you divide it, you go to the left. So 1 unit, 2 unit. So it will become what? It will become decimal 0.67, right? So it becomes 0.067. Now you have a decimal number, but you need to change to scientific notation. So if you move it to the right, 1, 2, this will become 6.7 times 10 to the negative 2. So what is telling you negative 2? Negative 2 is telling you this is scientific notation. This number, the decimal itself, came from the left for 2 unit. Alright? So that's what it's all about. Now we have the decimal number here, 0.67. Okay? So the 0.67, then if you move the 1 unit to the right, you will get what? 6.7, right? You will get 6.7 times 10 to the negative 1, right? So the negative 1 again tells you it came from to the left, the decimal point. Now you have the fraction, 6 over 9. So this one you have to change to scientific notation format. So now if you divide here 3 and you divide 3 here, you can reduce it. So you will get what? 2 over 3, right? So once you get 2 over 3, it become what? If you divide 2 and 3, it will become 0.6666, right? So if you change to the scientific notation, you just move in 1 unit to the right, what you will get? 6.6 times 10 to the negative 1, right? So now this is scientific notation itself. You just carry out and then you put here, right? So now you can arrange least to greatest, right? The question was scientific notation arrange in order from least to greatest. So the percentage you change to the scientific notation. Decimal number, same thing you did. Fraction, same thing you did. Everything now you have an order of scientific notation. So which one is the greatest, which one is the smallest, right? So negative 3 is the smallest, negative 2 is the second smallest. These two, they both have a negative 1, right? So the 0 here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, you know, or if you put the decimal 2.7, 0.6, so this 6 is close to the 0, so 6 is the greatest and 0.7 is the second greatest, right? Who close to the positive number, right? So now this is how you arrange a scientific notation, and this is how you also change to percentage, and you go to scientific notation, change in decimal to scientific notation. And in 6th grade also the tutorial I cover how to change percentage to decimal, how to change decimal to percentage, how to change fraction to percentage. So one I talked about it. So now it's different. Now you changing to them a scientific notation, right? So that's how you're gonna work, and then this is how you're gonna answer. The first least, the least one is 10 to the 3 because you're going 30 to the left, right? So you'll have decimal 006, right? Two zeros, so you go in there. So the second one is the -2. You only go in 2 unit, so one is here and 1 0 here, right? The third one is 6.7, right? And the final one is the 6.6 times 10 to the -1. So this is the greatest, and this is the second greatest, third greatest, smallest. But the order says least to greatest. So this is the least one, the first least, the second least, third greatest. This is how you gonna work on scientific notation and for a order format like least to greatest. If it's asking like the question, if it was saying like from greatest to least, right? Let's put the greatest here, put the least to the right. So greatest to the least, this will be the first, this will be the second, this will be the third, and this will be the fourth.